Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. I'm Marjorie Hash and I'm delighted to welcome on the show an artist who stems from Quebec.
Peut-être pas à la télé, mais ils vont finir par nous voir. Peut-être pas à la télé, mais ils vont finir.
Initially a DJ, he turned to singing and songwriting some 10 years ago and in 2023 released his second French album, Bienvenue Au Pays, Welcome to the Country. It's full of bouncy pop and epic build-ups, and his work has garnered a following on both French-speaking sides of the Atlantic. He's currently touring France. Robert, welcome to Arts 24.
Hi, thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. What does it feel like as a French Canadian to be playing cities such as Paris and Nantes?
It's exciting. It's exciting for sure. I feel like I get to present a side of my culture that's maybe sometimes not as shown to that kind of audience. Mm-hmm. And also, like, it's very important for me what I do in terms of like what it represents for me towards like Quebec culture. Mm-hmm. So it just feels nice to like bring some Quebec here, you know.
Mm-hmm. I read that your new album, Bienvenue Au Pays, was written in just a week and produced in one, so you were clearly eager to get something out very quickly. Tell us a bit more. What were the themes that you were like, oof, come out?
Oh, well, I just like compulsively make music, you know, so, I mean, I it's like kind of like the way I process my emotions, the way like that I, like most people who make music, but I mean, the difference is that since I produce all my music on my laptop and stuff like that, like it's very easy for me to start a song and finish a song in one day because I don't need to like necessarily like go out of my process. Mm-hmm. So when I have an idea, I get to finish it, I guess. Mm-hmm. And it just happened that I had a lot at that time.
And what were your main themes for this record?
My main themes were, well, I was going like through a lot of therapy. Mm-hmm. So I guess everything I was figuring out within myself, just and having a different perspective on who I was and who I was before, who I was going to become. And I guess it just became those songs. All those songs are like moments that I rethink about in therapy, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like part of bits and bobs, like my past and stuff.
Well, how about we look at this clip you made specially for social media for this track, Bienvenue Au Pays.
Seulement le soleil qui rentre, notre vie est le plus audacieux. Dehors tout le monde est fou, on va finir par se casser la gueule. La gueule. Mais en attendant la journée, nous donne le temps d'apprendre à vivre mieux. Vivre mieux.
A track taken from Robert's latest album. Now, you've been very open also about having a dissociative disorder.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what it's like and how that impacts your work?
I think it's very different for like every person who has it to a certain extent. For me, it just came from a lot of anxiety, and when it happens, it basically just like kind of severes like the link between like where I feel like I am and like what I'm perceiving, and like I see like weird distances between like walls and like people and stuff like that, and it just shuts me out from like my emotions. And I guess that like yeah, it really just happens when you're experiencing like very strong emotional situations.
And I can imagine that's also music makes you reconnect in a way as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that all the moments that I've experienced, like just before realizing it, I've had that kind of a reaction to emotion. Mm-hmm. I shut out those moments, and when I make music, I used to revisit those moments and actually process the emotions from those moments while I was making music.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. Now, you've also worked with some really cool artists that we've had the pleasure of welcoming on France 24, notamment Hubert Lenoir, and also Fernie, who we love.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this scene in Quebec, which seems to be really, really productive at the minute.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody's kind of like really backing each other, and there's a lot of talent, and everybody's pretty excited when someone's being, just when someone talented comes up, like everybody's kind of excited, and also, it's not that big of a scene, so you kind of get to like meet everybody, and if there's like an artistic link to be found between someone and another person, there's gonna be found.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. And also, you're very involved in other artistic forms because you've done the soundtrack for this Quebec TV show L'air d'aller, which follows the life of kids in their early 20s who are suffering from cystic fibrosis, which is a genetic condition that's quite rare that affects mainly the lungs, but other things. How did you get involved with this storyline?
They reached out to me to make the music, so I started like researching a bit the condition because I mean it's not that common as you said, and I think it's very hard to put yourself in someone's shoes who experiences this on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. But I found it really touching because the main point of the TV show was to portray the kind of feeling of a impending doom that they might feel, and also like the difficulty they have to project themselves in the future, and kind of like the arrested development that comes with that, you know. So I found that theme very touching, and I feel like it kind of projected a inner child concept that everybody kind of has.
Mm-hmm. Well, L'air d'aller sounds like a great show. I'm going to try and check it out, and I think our viewers will want to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Too. How about we check out some other music news, and we're going to start off with the big return of Lil Nas X. He's back. He's the man who did this fabulous country rap track, Old Town Road, that came out in 2019 and was a mega hit. And his new video is completely biblical. It's for a track called J. Christ. Lil Nas X took to Twitter, or X as it's now called, to announce, "My new single is dedicated to the man who had the greatest comeback of all time." Let's check it out.
Let him slide, yeah. That shit wasn't quiet, yeah. Now I'm on a ride, yeah. I'm finna take it high, yeah. Okay, let him slide, yeah. That shit wasn't quiet, yeah. Tell him come outside, baby. We ain't tryna hide. I'm on break. You know when I'm back, it's all for take. You know that I'm ready for everything. You know where I play. It's all for chaos. Is he up to something only I know? Is he about to hit him with the high? I know. Is he about to give him something I roll? Is he about to hit him with the high? I know.
Lil Nas X there, who also launched a controversial pair of Satan shoes, which are featured in the video. They feature a bronze pentagram and an inverted cross and a drop of real human blood. They sold out in just a minute. Now, Robert, how much do you enjoy when other artists court controversy and are a bit kind of, shaking things up a little bit? Is that something that you aspire to yourself?
I've never actually engaged in
shocking people.
Yeah, I don't express opinions in general. I'm a more reserved person, but I think that's one of the main good use of music, and platforms and stuff like that. They're just trying to make people reconsider their perspective, and it's entertaining as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, pop star Ariana Grande is clearly not the kind to shy away from controversy either. In her new song, Yes and, which is an ideal pop gem to vogue to, she addresses the extramarital scandal involving her and her Broadway co-star, Ethan Slater, telling those who brand her a homewrecker, "Your business is yours and mine is mine." And we're going to stay in the US, but to the West Coast now in the state of Washington, where the ladies of rock, Sleater-Kinney, have been making music since the mid-90s. They're this week releasing Little Rope, their 11th studio album, which was written in the midst of grief following the sudden death of member Carrie Brownstein's parents. Now a duo, Sleater-Kinney record is both minimalist, urgent, poignant, and catchy. Here's the track, Say It Like You Mean It. one of the latest Sleater-Kinney videos there, and you may recognize a cast member of hit TV series Succession. Robert, what else have you got lined up for 2024?
I mean, I've been releasing like albums back to back for like 3 years. So I was thinking about maybe like trying to like take a step back and like think about what I want to make musically next, and also like a bunch of shows that will keep me busy as well. So I guess music, you know, and like trying to like have a good time through all that.
That's always what we should do in life, always try and have a good time. Well, that's all we have time for, I'm afraid. The latest France 24 News Bulletin is coming up in just a few moments. Thank you very much to our guest, Quebec's Robert. Check out his album Bienvenue Au Pays and go see him live if you've got a chance. We're going to play out with Grande. The American punk trio are making a huge comeback this week with their new album Saviours. Now, in recent weeks, they've enjoyed taking aim at the former US President Donald Trump by changing the lyrics of their 2004 hit American Idiot. But you better get ready. The new album that will be full of catchy yet politically charged to reach the masses punk anthems is back. Here's the track Dilemma. It's Green Day.